guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I am so happy that you are here for kind of a revisit and expansion of a video I did. Oh, it's been over a year now. It's been quite a while since I did it, but it is my Kayali video. So I originally talked about the first 4 scents in the series and that are in the house, and now there are 9, so I thought I would revisit them. I have been testing them out for the past week and a half or so, and I wanted to tell you all about them. Before I get right into it, if this is your first time, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to give this a like and leave a comment down below. Let me know which Kayalis that you have tried, what your favorite is, or which one you are most interested in trying. And if you have not subscribed and you are a repeat visitor, please do consider subscribing as well. We're going to start with the set of 4. I got them all in the minis. So the original 4 were Elixir and Vanilla, and then you also had Musk and Citrus. So these came in a set of 4. I believe this was like 105 or so when I purchased it for the 4 of them. Maybe it was 100. You can, I think, still get those at Sephora and the Huda website. The vanilla seems to come and go in stock, in and out of stock. But yes, they are available in these 10 ml size, which is really nice because they are, you know, they're very small. So they are like per spray size, but they do look like the bottles, which I really enjoy because I appreciate that. We're going to start with Elixir. So all of the fragrances do have a number associated with them, and that is the formulation that they have come up with. They did so many tries before they came up with the one that they wanted to use. So this is Elixir 11, and this is one of the original ones. I believe these came out, in like 2018, if I remember right. And Elixir 11, let me tell you the notes. I'm getting all of my notes from Fragrantica. It is rose petals and red apple. Middle notes are May rose and jasmine sambac. Base notes are patchouli, amber, and vanilla. And on paper, this sounds like an amazing fragrance, one that I would really enjoy. I don't like it in person though. I don't know, it's something about the way that the rose blends with the apple. I get the apple, but it's like an off-putting apple to me. It's just nothing that I really enjoy. And I feel self-conscious when I'm wearing it. Like, it feels like too much. And I do tend to like more subtle scents. I mean, some of my scents are not so subtle, but I don't know. There's just something about this one that just has too much of a presence when I'm wearing it, and I just don't feel comfortable in it, and I get really sick of smelling it, which is an issue, you know. Luckily, this one for me doesn't have the greatest lasting power. It lasted about 4-ish hours, and after that I couldn't really smell it, which I was happy about because I was ready for another fragrance, something less severe, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's nice, and I can see how a lot of people would like this one, but for me personally, it's not my favorite. The second one that I got in that set is Musk 12. So this is the 12th formulation, and I was right. They did all come out in 2018. I remember when they launched, and I remember thinking they were pretty expensive. And they do have beautiful packaging. The big box that these 4 came in very much matches the other style box. I don't have it with me, but it looks similar to this, so it has the same shape to it, and then it pulls forward. But it matches the smaller boxes, which I appreciate that they put that energy and thought into it. So the musk lasted about 4-ish hours on me as well. I think this one is really probably the best one to layer with. Maybe not. Like, there's a couple other ones that I think would layer well as well. This one I didn't think I was going to like, and as my nose has progressed a little bit, I appreciate musks more. This smells really kind of intoxicating. It's soft, it's powdery, it's really interesting. I do like this one quite a bit. Let me read you the notes. That would probably help you picture it, right? So top notes are freesia and lotus. Middle notes are musk and jasmine. Base notes are sandalwood and vanilla. And I don't get the vanilla, but maybe that's why this musk is, it smells really well blended. And that vanilla and the sandalwood probably help like make it a smooth type of a musk, if that makes sense. I really did enjoy this one. I wasn't thinking I was, and I definitely have grown to appreciate this one more since I originally reviewed these and got my first impressions of these. Definitely like this one more. I don't know if I would go out and buy a full bottle of it, but I definitely see myself using up this entire bottle, and I might purchase another one of this size. I don't think I need like a giant bottle of it because I have a lot of perfumes, and this isn't one that I would reach for on a regular basis, but I still think it's really nice. Okay, the next one in that set is Citrus 08, and this one I got a better lasting power than the other two. I feel like I got a solid 5+ hours with this one, and it definitely has a citrus feel to it. Top notes are pink grapefruit, rhubarb, bergamot, black currant, and pink pepper. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose and damask rose. Base notes are oak moss, musk, and tonka bean. I don't really get the tonka bean in there. I could see how there's some musk in there though, because it's kind of a stark citrus. Like there's really juicy citrus scents, and then there's ones that have citrusness to them, but they smell more dry, if that makes sense. So I think of like Atelier Cologne has some really juicy type of fragrances, juicy citruses, and this one doesn't smell as juicy to me. This is another one that I really enjoyed wearing and smelling, and I was happy to have it on for that day, and I really did enjoy it. I think it's a really nice scent, and it's one, I still don't know if I would buy a full size of it, but I do see myself using it. I do tend to like a lot of citrus type fragrances. This I think is more of a spring type of a one. I would want something more juicy in the summer, but spring and fall I think this would be really pretty. Yeah, so Citrus 08. The final fragrance in that original release and in the set that I purchased is Vanilla 28. So this one definitely took a lot longer to perfect and to get it to smell like they wanted it to. This one, oh, this is definitely my favorite of the originals, and I'm pretty sure I talked about that in my last review. I didn't refresh myself on it. And my bottle, it does have that super dark juice. It is very pretty. So the top notes are vanilla, orchid, and jasmine. Middle notes are brown sugar and tonka bean. Base notes are amber, musk, amberwood, and patchouli. I definitely get that brown sugar, and I think that's why it's so intoxicating and why I like it so much, is it smells almost like a vanilla extract. It has like those similar qualities. It's a very rich, deep vanilla, and I know vanilla orchid, like you think of the flower more so than like the bean pods, but it is might be my favorite, like that's a just devoted vanilla fragrance. Obviously I haven't smelled all of them. I just purchased the vanilla one favorites that they had at Sephora, and I haven't smelled any of those yet. Well, not all of those yet, but this one smells more like a straight up vanilla. I think this would layer beautifully with so many things if you want to sweeten things up or make a richer type of a scent. Yeah, so this one is really good. It lasted about 5 hours on my skin as well. So this, I feel like citrus and vanilla had a longer longevity than the first two of musk and elixir. So after those initial fragrances, they decided to get a little bit more creative with the name. So the fragrance names got longer. The next one they came out in 2020, and I believe that they came out in late 2018. So it was, not quite 2 years before they put out their next fragrance. And this is Deja Vu White Flower, so hence the longer name, and 57. So this one took a lot more formulations to get to the notes that the formulation that they really wanted. So Deja Vu White Flower, the top notes are nectarine, pear, and gardenia. Middle notes are tuberose, orange blossom, and Indian jasmine. Base notes are Tahitian vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and sandalwood. Now, when I first got this, I sprayed it, and I was not really impressed. I didn't love it. I found that this is a fragrance. It does much better in warm weather. I purchased this last year, a year ago, 2021, just like right at the beginning of the new year. It was part of their like after Christmas special or something. Can't remember exactly, but it came with the hair perfume as well. So it was really cold when I first smelled this, and I wasn't super impressed. I didn't really like it. I have worn this one. I know you can't really see much of a dent. And I apologize if you hear any background noise. I can't help the traffic, unfortunately. If I could, you know, that would be amazing. If I could have a window with no traffic, that would be just wonderful. But I have worn this quite a bit in the summer, and I much prefer it in the heat. I feel like the hotter it is, the better I like this, the better it performs. So keep that in mind. Right now in the winter, I'm not sure. It was okay. I enjoyed it way more in the summer. So let's see, I got about 4-ish hours. I think in the heat I would probably get a little bit more. And it is pretty. I do get a lot of those florals. I don't really get the pear or nectarine, unfortunately. I would be ecstatic if I could get either of those notes, because those are both notes that I really enjoy. And if I have those in a fragrance that is prominent, that I love those fragrances usually. So I do get a lot of the florals. As it develops, it starts to feel a bit more tropical in terms of the white florals. They start to remind me of my perfumes from Hawaii, and so that's why I think it performs better in the heat. I do like this one. I think it's nice, and I'm glad that I do have a full-size bottle of it, because I will be using this definitely more in the warm months, and I definitely will wear it more than like Elixir. Now we come to 2021, and they kind of went into overdrive and produced as many fragrances as they did as their initial launch. So the first one that came out was Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. The notes on here that are listed on the back are pear, jasmine, coconut, sandalwood, and vanilla bourbon. I will look on Fragrantica to see if they have anything else listed, because sometimes they have more notes listed. This is what the bottle looks like. It is reflective in nature, which is different. And I have used this one quite a bit, and part of that is because this fragrance disappears so quickly. I'm lucky if I get 2 hours out of this. Sometimes even after half an hour, I'm like, did I put perfume on? What happened to it? I need to spray myself again. And I spray a lot of this when I spray it. Top notes are coconut milk, pear blossom, honeysuckle, and Italian lemon. Middle notes are jasmine sambac, tuberose gardenia, and ambrette, which is musk mallow. Base notes are bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. I do get a little bit of the vanilla, but I feel like it's more of a creamy coconut type scent. That sandalwood, I feel like I'm getting sandalwood and coconut mostly. But like I said, it doesn't have any lasting power. I do really enjoy this scent, and this is one that I have worn quite a bit. I purchased this one 20% off at Sephora. I purchased my original set from Sephora as well. Whenever they do the 20% off coupon, that's when I usually purchase. And then like I said, the Deja Vu was a after Christmas special on Huda's website. So I haven't paid full price for any of these, thank goodness, because they are pretty expensive. They're, higher design house prices, which I don't always love paying. It makes me feel like anxious if I'm paying a lot for a perfume. I really like this one. I just wish it lasted longer. I wish it had a bit more projection, because I feel like this one is pretty close to the skin, and it doesn't last super long. So in that regard, it's the most disappointing, because it performs the worst, I feel. After the vanilla coconut Utopia, they put out sweet diamond pink pepper. This one also came out, and the boxes correspond with the color of the bottle. This one is also very opaque. It has that iridescent quality to it. It is very pretty. It might be the prettiest of all of the bottles. Is 25. It is the 25th formulation. The top notes are pink pepper, saffron, rose lily, and bergamot. Middle notes are Bulgarian rose, May rose, vanilla orchid, and magnolia. Base notes are sandalwood, amber, patchouli, and musk. This is one that on first spray, I'm not a super big fan of it. It's a little off-putting. It's a little, I don't know, not so much for me. There's something, I think it might be the saffron. I'm pretty sure that saffron is a note that I don't enjoy, and any fragrance that has it puts me off just slightly, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the saffron. It develops really nicely, and once, after about 15-20 minutes, it does really settle down, and I enjoy it so much more. But it's getting through that initial time period that is sometimes very hard for me to do. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper lasts about 4-ish hours on me, so about average for this line. They don't have super longevity on me, and I'm not an oversprayer. I have started spraying more than I used to, but I know some people do like 30 sprays. I am not that person, but I'm more than like a couple sprays. I've gotten up to about like maybe 10 sprays, spraying around my neck, back of my neck, under my ears, wrists, elbows. If I haven't gotten dressed yet, I will spray there as well. So this one is pretty. It feels the most traditionally floral of the lot. Well, this and Deja Vu smell like more traditional florals. They're not overwhelming. They don't have a lot of fruitiness to them. I don't get like a lot of fruit from this one. It's mostly florals with some spices in there, which is, I think that pink pepper and that saffron really bring that out. It's pretty. I kind of like it. I don't love it. It's not one that I'm like, I crave to wear. Like today, I sprayed on Lancome La Vie Belle Le Clot because I was just really craving that type of a, syrupy type of scent. This one is just not quite that syrupy. It like just falls a little short of what I really enjoy and what I crave to wear in a fragrance. Next up is Invite Only, which is Amber 23. This one I was really interested in because it has a cherry note, and I was very excited about that cherry note. So this is what the bottle looks like. It is very pretty as well. I think they did a great job on these bottles. They feel, very pretty. They feel weighty, but they're not too opulent, if that makes sense. So Invite Only. The top notes are tobacco leaf, sour cherry, honey, chocolate, and hazelnut. Middle notes are Ceylon, cinnamon, May rose, damask rose, and citrus leaf. Base notes are amber, agarwood, oud, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cypriol oil, or nagarmotha. We're gonna look that one up. I don't know what that is. It's a plant. Patchouli and musk. So this one definitely has like the most notes in it of all of them. It kind of feels like they've been building with this collection, with this house, each one getting a little bit more and more adventurous almost. And then you get to this one. This one on initial spray, it smells the most Middle Eastern to me. Like I don't have really collect or go after Middle Eastern, but there's a lot of things happening with this one. It smells spicy. It smells has a lot of presence. I definitely get the cinnamon on first glance. I wish that the cherry was more prominent, and the hazelnut and the chocolate and the honey. Like those were all notes that I was like, that sounds delicious. But then there's all the other things in there, so they feel like they're kind of buried in there and not as prominent as I was hoping that they would be. As this develops, on me, it turns a little bit more woody. That's more of the most prominent note. That happens to me with a lot of fragrances though. There are some like Delina I can't wear because it just turns like the only note that's prominent on me is like that woodiness. I lose all of those other more subtle, prettier notes. I don't like woody notes. Some people might find them pretty. So this one, it does that to a certain extent. I still get a little bit more than just like the woodiness with this one. So that is a good thing. But I wish those gourmand notes in there were more prominent, because that's what I was really excited about with this. And I knew this one was probably going to be a challenge, and the same with the sweet pepper. I didn't know if either of these would be ones that I would enjoy. I was lucky enough, I got these on the Black Friday sale that Huda had, which they were like 30% off, and I was very happy that they had these in stock, so I got to purchase them. So I'm trying to look at my notes of hours. So this one I got about 5-ish hours. So I feel like this one had better longevity, and I'll go through them in terms of longevity here in just a minute, and then I'm going to rank them as well. So I did feel like this one had better longevity than a lot of the other ones. Final one in my collection so far in what they have put out. Who knows what 2022 has in store. By the time that this goes up, there could be another one. Who knows? Anyway, this is Eden Juicy Apple, and this is 01. This was the first formulation that they did. I just got the small one because the big ones were sold out on Sephora quite quickly, and I had 20% off that I wanted to use. So all of these I did get on sale, which really helps. I think these are 25 or 27. So 20% off really does help with that. It's about average for a 10 ml size fragrance. This one is so juicy and so sweet. I really do enjoy like the initial burst of this fragrance, but this one is like the 1-2 hour, just like Utopia, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping that it would have a longer life. It's fine. I don't need like a super long one because I am happy to spray and to layer and stuff. This does remind me kind of an Escada fragrance. It has like that type of sensibility to it where it's juicy and fruity and just kind of fun and light and easy to wear. This is what I was actually hoping Escada Candy Love would smell like. That one had too much of an artificial type of a scent to it, but I really like this one. I think this one is super pretty. I really do enjoy it. So let me read you the notes. The top notes are red apple, black currant, pink grapefruit, and lychee. I really like most of those notes and fragrances. Middle notes are wild berries, raspberry bloom, jasmine, and May rose. Base notes are sugar, vanilla flower, musk, moss, and amber. It's really pretty. It's if you want just something that's kind of like a candied apple, not a caramel apple, but like a candied apple, that is what this is. It's really pretty, but you do have to really spray more and more. I do see myself probably purchasing a full-size bottle of this one because I do see myself, like, if you can tell, it's down to here already, and I feel like I will be, using more of this in the future, and I can see myself purchasing a full-size bottle of this one. Yeah, I really like this one. All right, I'm going to do a quick rundown in terms of longevity from the shortest to the longest. So in last place in terms of longevity, it is the Eden Juicy Apple 01. 1 to 2 hours max. Same with the Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. I do think I can get this one to last just a little bit longer than the Eden, but it is a very short-lived fragrance, unfortunately. In terms of like 4-ish hours or so, I have about 4 of them that are tied, and that is the Deja Vu White Flower 57. They last a little bit more than 4 hours, but not too much longer than 4 hours. Then we have Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25, and then Musk 12, and finally Elixir 11. They all have about 4 hours, a little bit more than 4 hours longevity. Right at like the 5-hour mark is Vanilla 28 and Citrus 08. These are both right around 5 hours, and then I can't really smell them at all anymore, which means that the longest lasting of all of them I find is the Invite Only Amber 23, and I think part of that is because it has a lot more notes. It's supposed to be a stronger concentration. The ones in these bottles are supposed to be a stronger concentration. They're supposed to be a Parfum Intense, if I remember right. Yes, they're supposed to be an Eau de Parfum Intense. So I feel like this one is the only one that really keeps that intense nature to it. In terms of where I would rank them, I'm going to start with my least favorite and go up to my most favorite. Some of them it was hard to place because I do like it. I don't love most of these fragrances. I think they're okay. I think they're nice. I think they might be slightly overhyped. I hate to say that, but I think they're decent fragrances, but I think there's a lot of other ones that are just as nice that don't get as much hype because they're seen as like more common than these ones, and I don't know why, because this is not a niche house. This is, part of Huda, so it could be, I would consider it a designer house, which is funny because like people don't consider Guerlain, which was founded in perfumes, they don't consider them a niche house anymore. when I would consider them more niche because they've expanded from that perfume to other things. Anyway, that's I know a debate. I've heard other people talk about it as well. So in last place, I am going to put, it's Elixir. It's my least favorite. It's the one that I don't see myself really reaching for unless I'm doing like a test or, you know, a video or something. I don't see myself really reaching for or finishing this bottle because I don't really like it on my skin and I don't feel comfortable wearing it. In 8th place is Invite Only Amber 23. I do see myself wearing this occasionally. It's not one that I'm going to be like, ooh, I really want to wear it and I'm really excited to wear it. But there are certain days when I'll be like, you know what? I kind of feel like I want to wear this. I don't know. I don't think I will probably ever finish this bottle just because of my thoughts, my feelings with it, and my skin chemistry. I think it's nice. I think this and Elixir are probably the least safe blind buys. I feel like a lot of the other ones are going to be a much safer blind buy. But I wouldn't blind buy this one, and I definitely wouldn't blind buy Elixir. In 7th place, I am going to put Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I like this one, but it's funny because I feel like the two that I purchased from Huda on Black Friday, I feel like the one I like initially and then I don't like it as much. And then the other one, I don't like it initially and then I feel like I like it a little bit more. So, you know, I have to get past that initial spray and settling with Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And then I do enjoy it on my skin. But, you know, if I'm just smelling it from the bottle and I'm trying to decide what I want, this is probably not one I'm going to reach for super much. But I do see myself, you know, I will get some use out of this bottle. It's not one that I wanted to clutter by any means. I don't want to declutter any of these. You know, maybe if I had a full-size bottle of Elixir, I would, but I'm going to keep the mini. But I like it. It's not one, yeah. It's okay. Now we're going to get to where I'm a little bit more surprised of where my rankings are. And I based this on like how I felt throughout the day and how long the fragrances lasted as well. And just how I felt in the moment. And I thought this one was going to be way higher. It is Eden Juicy Apple 01. I really like this one. And I see myself reaching for it and going through this bottle. But just with the terms of longevity and stuff and occasion and stuff, I had to rank it lower because there was other ones that I felt I liked more, and I'm really shocked, especially with this one, because this is not one that I would have thought would be placed anywhere, you know, above halfway, and that is Musk 12. I was shocked. I really enjoyed this on my skin. I really enjoyed how it smelled, and maybe that's because I have been really loving pear ink, and that's a musky pear, and I think that might have, you know, made me more open to musk fragrances. But yeah, Musk 12, it is higher than Eden, which is right in the middle. Before we get to the top 3, there is one more spot. In spot 4, I'm going to put Citrus 08. I do like this one. I could see myself maybe going through this one, maybe going through the Musk and needing full-size bottles of it eventually. I do like it. I think that, you know, when it's slightly warmer than it is right now, I think I'm going to really, really enjoy it and wear it. You know, April, May-ish time, it's probably going to be like its sweet spot. And then like September, October. Yeah, so Citrus 08. I thought that this one would probably be a little lower as well. In 3rd place, I am going to put Vanilla 28. I feel like this one is another one that I'll probably eventually go through this bottle and have to purchase a full-size bottle. It is very pretty. I really like this one. I kind of want to layer this with Alien. I wonder how that would do. Or Alien Absolute, just to really like pump up that vanilla. That might be a really interesting combination to try. But I do like this one. I think it is it's probably the closest to vanilla extract, which is like kind of a scent that I really want to try. That I would like to smell like. I think this is the closest to vanilla extract that I know of at this moment in time. Maybe they'll come up with something even closer. In 2nd place, I am going to put Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. I crave this scent. I don't know why. This is one that I love spraying on, and I love this initial scent of it. I wish it lasted longer. Like, that is the hardest part for me, is how terrible the longevity is on this one, because I really do like this one. It's very much in my wheelhouse of the type of scents that I like, and yeah, I'm just, make this last longer. Like, amp this up somehow and make it have better lasting power, and then it would be my number one. Which means in first place, I'm going to put Deja Vu White Flower 57, which is so funny to me because my initial reaction, if I can find that video, I'll have it linked up above. My initial reaction on that haul was bleh. I was not excited about it. Even like smelling it right now, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a nice floral. It's okay. It's nothing super special, but man, I when I wear it, I really like it. And this is definitely, the hotter it is, the better I enjoy it on my skin. So this is like my June, July, August type fragrance. When it's hot and when it's getting even hotter, that is when I feel like this performs the best. The rest of the year, it's okay, but it's not one that I super love or feel like is an amazing fragrance. It's definitely, it needs to be hot weather. This was super long. I hope that I can edit out a whole bunch of stuff. I know that there's a lot of pauses I'm going to be editing out because of traffic. Let me know what your favorite Kayali fragrance is, what you think of the house as a whole, what you, if there is another house that you think that I should try. Let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me. And if you made it to the end, you are a freaking rock star. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.